Is it some devil that crawls inside of you?
Yeah, so one of my earliest memories is with a honey bun and like on a fucking coffee table in my dad's apartment, just like probably covered in ashtrays and beer bottles and fucking, then there's this little corner. Like, and I'd be eating the honey bun and I'd look through, it was like a glass top and it was transparent bottom and it had like a little like shelf area where you put like shoes if you're a normal family, but there was just like tons of like magazines.
You'd put
and, like,
shoes there?
Random. I don't know, maybe. I didn't put there. I didn't come from a normal family. Oh, here, this guy comes again.
Yeah.
I love it. What up, mister? I wonder how many times he's going to interrupt the podcast, going back and forth.
Drink every time.
Drink every time comes through. Oh,
he comes through.
Fuck. Cheers.
Well, I meant more to your listeners, but yeah. Us too. Am I holding the microphone close enough?
Yeah, that's fine. Should be fine. If not, another episode down the drain.
What's new?
Don't remind me.
Okay.
Man, last night was great.
Last night was great.
Wasn't it
Feels
great?
like a fever dream.
I can't remember having such a good feeling without being like shit-faced or high or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like getting a bunch of money at once.
Yeah.
So I had a pretty good week.
Oh, week? It was a pretty good week.
A pretty good week for me. Why was yesterday so lovely?
Because we got to go see Whitney Cummings.
God.
Courtesy of Whitney Cummings.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we're
shit.
spoiled.
We are.
There's no way to like talk about it without
bragging.
Feeling like a brag.
Yeah, so anyways, Whitney Cummings gave me these tickets to her show.
Yeah,
she texted me directly.
I mean, it's not that easy. It's not that simple.
No, my dad had to die to get them, so
Rest in
it was
peace,
quite the
Patrick.
sacrifice.
Thank you.
That's some Illuminati shit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so your dad passed away on September 4th, and her show was just last night, the 24th?
23rd. And her birthday was September 4th.
God,
the day that my dad died.
I can't believe that.
That's even weirder. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Should I explain how I got the tickets?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, so essentially, Whitney is part of that community text app that a lot of celebrities and comedians use to communicate with their fans. And I signed up for hers because I love her. And I was actually sitting at dinner at Firestone with Ashley. You and Garrett had gone inside, I think, to touch each other's penises.
That's right. We were seeing if my uncircumcised penis hood fit over his.
Oh, okay.
But then we found out we're actually both circumcised.
Oh, shit.
So we just kissed him.
Kissed tips.
Yeah.
Okay. And Ashley is a big fan of Whitney Cummings too, and they're going to see her show in October, I believe, in LA.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? And last time we hung out with her, did you even tell her?
Yeah, I did. I did
okay.
when we went bowling. I told her.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
yeah, she was so excited. She's such a sweet girl, and she was like so nice and supportive about it. She was so happy for me.
I might be saying something controversial right here, but might be the favorite of any of my friends' girlfriends.
I'm trying to think to if I'm like missing someone.
Well, apparently not. So because they're not coming up.
Not anyone that we're also like really directly friends with. Those don't count. Anyways, so Ashley and I were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, well, tickets for the Fremont are just like too expensive right now. I'm broke. Someone passing away is expensive because you have to take time off work, and there's just a lot of expenses that come up. Anyways, so I was like, should I text Whitney and ask for tickets?
You didn't even ask for tickets.
I
did
didn't. No. But Ashley was like, oh yeah, that'd be funny. So I thought up a little text message, but I didn't want to directly ask for tickets because I don't know. I can't do that. That's embarrassing to me.
Did it feel like if you did that, you were more just taking advantage of the situation?
Kind of.
Trying to like you play on someone's kindness.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of felt that way even how it happened. But so I sent a text that basically said like, hey, Whitney, my dad just passed away. I could really use a laugh. My boyfriend and I saw you at Levity Live a couple years ago. We loved you. Still love you. Do you have any type of discount code for your Fremont show? And whatever. I really didn't think I was going to hear back from her.
Yeah.
But that night, I had a dream that she like sent a video back saying like, oh, let me give you tickets. Like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And I told you when I woke up about the dream.
That's right. You had a dream.
Yeah. And so, whatever, the day went on, night went on, and the next night, I believe, at like 4 a.m, she texted me back, and she was like, just text this number and we'll give you tickets. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I was dreaming again. I
couldn't believe it. Was literally so I think you had woken me up.
I woke you up to tell you because I couldn't even call.
And I was still so asleep. I was like, well, of course it happened. Life is a dream. We're dreaming still.
Yeah.
Like I still had DMT in my system from dreaming,
Yeah. But yeah, it was unreal. Really exciting moment of my life. And yeah. Ran downstairs, told my mom. She was super happy for me. And
fast forward 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later.
No,
2 weeks
like
later?
A week.
It doesn't matter. Just fast forward whenever the time difference was.
Sorry. Okay, we're fasting forward.
Oh, fasting forward. No more eating. Sorry.
Yeah, we went to her show last night and it was amazing. She is amazing.
But first we went to that little fucking place. Okay.
Let's not talk about that.
You don't want to talk about it?
Oh, we can.
Why not?
Sure.
You don't want to?
No, we can't.
Okay.
I just said we can.
Okay, so I worked at this wonderful place called Skyview. It's a hotel, it's a resort hotel, fancy, bougie, like boutique looking place in Los Alamos, California.
Okay.
And what?
Nothing. Don't dox us.
Dox us? We don't live there. And fucking loved the place. And there's a sister property, like a county up, called Granada, and they have this little speakeasy style bar called Nightcap. Mm-hmm. So Kyleigh was like, well, check this place out.
Well, I've heard cool things about it. And when I think speakeasy, in my head, I'm like, oh, Dallas and I would like that. Mm-hmm. But anytime we go to a place like that, we don't like it.
It fucking sucks.
I have to, what's the word?
Reprogram?
No, I need to, when you like...
Level your expectations, manage your expectations. Give me a hint. Does it start with the letter F?
I can't even think of what I'm trying to think of. When you accept something. Oh, maybe that's just what I'm looking for.
Accept.
I think I just need to accept that we are dive bar people.
We're fucking dive bar, barfly, trashy, dirty diarrhea people.
No, not that far, but
I know.
Close.
But we like a fucking more humble, nuanced place.
Yes.
It's like fucking like speakeasies. If they were like the way they are today, back in the 30s, there definitely wouldn't have been black people there. Like that was like speakeasy was like, oh, this is where everyone can congregate and we're gonna illegally.
No, yeah, it does not feel. You don't get that vibe at all.
Because you walk in, you like better not be a person of color. First of all, it's so fucking pretentious. We walked in there and we might as well have just told like shushed a class of teenagers as a teacher. Like, shh! Everyone just gave us the weirdest vibe. Like, they opened the door. They let the light in. Oh.
Yeah.
Not fun.
No. And I must have looked like I was 12 years old.
You must have. And we fucking had to sit at the end of the bar. So there's a whole section of the bar that's about 2 feet lower than the rest of the bar. So it looks like the fucking kids bar next to the real bar.
Yeah.
The one guy, the first guy who came up to us was great. His name was like definitely like Bryson or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was okay.
Yeah. He was okay. He was cool. Very polite. But he was almost too cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he was just like,
I think
there was
here's my theory is I think that he was new, obviously, because he wasn't making drinks. He was shaving ice, and
he's bar back.
Yeah,
kinda.
he was bar bitch, and he looked.
We only call the ladies that.
Oh, sure. He looked just as nervous as us being in there. Like he looked like he had the same feeling we did in there.
Like,
you know,
what have I walked into?
Like, oh, I guess I don't belong here.
Yeah. And like, if you like, speakeasies were, from what I understand, cliquey in the sense that you got to be in the know, and like you can't just tell any fucking pigster or whatever the fuck that there's a speakeasy down here. But this one's like, oh, you got to be in the Illuminati. You got to be in the fucking
not the Illuminati again.
Yeah. I know this fucking. Hey,
there's a fly on your honey bun.
There's a fly on my honey bun, you cocksucker. Anyways, and so first off, he IDs you. Mm-hmm. Hilarious.
Fine.
Not me. Understandable. I'm aging like milk. And we get a couple drinks, and then he brings us some water, and I go to the bathroom.
I'm sorry, we got water. Our drinks did not come out until well after you were out of the bathroom.
Thanks for skipping ahead to the.
You said we got a couple drinks. I just wanted to clarify. We ordered a couple
drinks. I'm not there yet.
Oh.
God.
I was just clarifying.
Another fucking fly on me. Okay.
It sounded confusing to me, at least.
Well, the details of a story unravel organically, or they don't.
Okay.
This is the way they've unraveled for us, though. That bike is beating that car. That's nice. That's funny. So I went to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. There's 2 doors. One says gents, one says ladies. Someone's in the gentleman's room, bathroom. It's California. It's not 2016 anymore. The bathroom situation is pretty much like it's unisex everywhere. Like there's always like a bathroom most places that, is gender neutral. Like you'll go to a place and you'll see the old triangle for ladies ripped off, and then there's like anyone can come in here, and then you come in and you're like, oh, obviously this used to be the ladies' restroom. There's one toilet, no fucking urinal, and it smells great. That's weird. So I go into the ladies' room thinking, yeah, I would do the same thing. What are the chances as soon as I come out, or there's going to be a lady, you know what I mean? Sure fucking enough, I get out. Lady, another lady, two ladies waiting for the bathroom. They didn't even think to try the gents, which is funny because, like, how arrogant are guys? Where we're just like, the men's is busy. I get the women's too, Open the door, and one woman is like this real Karen type bitch. Fucking, I just got pelted by an acorn. Did you hear that? Bounce off my hat.
Yeah.
Jesus. There's one Karen type bitch. She said, "Well, you're not a lady." And I said,
how dare she?
Yeah, right. I was like, how dare you assume my gender? I mean, to be fair, oh, you know what? I was even wearing a mask.
Wow.
Yeah, I put it on to go to the bathroom so no one would fuck with me because I was already getting weird vibes from the fucking speakeasy people. And she's like, "You're not a lady," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I don't read so good." You know what I mean? Just beating her to the fact, like, "Can't you read?"
Yeah.
Fucking bitch. And I was like, "Sorry, there was someone in the men's, so I went and used it." She's like, I don't appreciate that." And I was like, "Oh no, it's okay. I sat down when I peed." And she's like, and she goes into her bathroom, whatever. And then the other lady, super sweetheart, was like, "Oh, is there just someone?" I was like, "You can just use the men's." You know, she's all like worried, like, uh-oh, like, can I do that? Like, yes, you can do that. I was a man there. I was granting her genderal permission that she could go into the bathroom. So she's like, I don't want to. Can you check? And I was like, yeah, I'll check. Open the fucking door. There's no one in there. Yeah, go use that one. You know, seats up. Good luck with that. Just piss everywhere. Idiot.
Yeah.
She was a sweetheart. And it was so funny because it was just one of those, like, how often am I really gonna have like a conflict or a confrontation of like, hey, I don't appreciate like that. Like I got Karen'd in slow, San Luis Obispo. No fucking, you know, for my African listeners out there, don't know what slow is. There's several. Of course, I was fucking bitched by Karen in slow.
Yeah.
You know, they're everywhere there. It's no surprise. How bad do I smell that there's 39 flies around me? Anyways. So I get back to the fucking bar and our drinks still aren't there.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
We circled around.
Thanks for heckling me. Now it's going to take even longer for this story to be resolved. Drinks aren't even there yet. Before the other bartender, the more seasoned one, we must look like kids at this fucking kids table. It's obvious, like I said, 2 feet shorter. We're like looking up at, you know, all the adults drinking their fucking cunty beverages. And he has both drinks in hand. Must have forgotten or not known that the other guy ID'd at least you.
Yeah.
He's like, can I see some IDs actually? Kyleigh got ID'd twice.
That's never happened to me before.
How young do you look to where someone's like, I'm not buying it. I need a second opinion on the ID.
I also really don't look that young. But that's part of why I think that the other guy was new, because I felt like I don't know if animosity is the right word, but I felt like the mixologist did not trust the bar back. Yeah. And so that's why he did it. Like, I felt like it was kind of like a fuck you to all three of us.
And then I even said something like, dang, how young do you look that you get ID'd twice? Yeah. You know, just kind of saying like, hey, just trying to put it out there. Maybe he heard it like, hey, fucker. Yeah. Stop infantilizing us.
Hey, idiot.
We came into your bar. We're gonna pay for these drinks and unfortunately tip you. I used to not understand people who like don't leave tips and stuff, and then I've had a couple interactions where I was like, oh yeah, why would I give you more money? I paid for an overpriced drink and you were a cunt. Yeah. I don't want to give you any more money. But then you paid for it, so it was fine. And I had a Negroni and you had a fucking...
Yeah, they were simple drinks too.
They were simple drinks. Not a lot of alcohol.
Shouldn't have taken that long. Mine had a lot of alcohol.
They took 30 fucking minutes to make 2 drinks, and we almost didn't get them because we fucking had to get ID'd.
Yeah, it was just annoying.
It was so annoying. And then the fucking fire alarm goes off.
For like 5 minutes, it felt like.
5 minutes. And this is how, like, snooty people and slow are. The building is possibly burning to the ground. Everyone stayed put.
No one moved.
No one moved. Some people looked around. You know, there was this nice, like, elderly couple hanging on in the corner booth.
Hanging on?
Yeah. And, you know, they were like, oh.
They looked at us.
Yeah. Because we were like the, you know, evidently they're like, we're the oldest. You're clearly the youngest. Getting ID twice. They felt a connection like, hey, we're on the bookends here. The bookends of life. Spectrum, y'all.
Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me.
The trash can lid just got fucking
Oh my God, that scared me. I don't know why that scared me so bad.
I didn't know what the hell that was. I was like the people in the bar just accepted my fate like it's burning down. Something's blowing up behind me. But yeah, it fucking... And no one did anything. I hope that wind's not too bothersome to everyone. It's probably not any more annoying than the, like, tone of my voice, but...
Is there a way to, like, mess with the levels in production or something?
In post?
In post.
Well, J-Lo will figure it out. Or he'll be like, no, there's not at all. No, none whatsoever. Stop fucking sending me windy episodes, asshole. Go indoors like a goddamn human. Why are you outdoors? What are you, a fucking ferret? Ferrets are generally pets now, indoors. Might have used a better, maybe a raccoon.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I've seen a few pet raccoons.
Every ferret I've encountered was a pet.
Have you ever met a ferret?
Yeah, there was this like really annoying like super triggered persona fucking chick from Slow had a pet ferret. I said chick, but I mean, God knows she's danced through the spectrum with a iron fist. Remember we were walking through slow, and we like both waved at her, and she gave me the finger and the thumb on her forehead. L, loser.
I don't remember
we said hi,
this.
and she went.
Wait, when was this?
Years ago. And in 2015, during that little period where we were away from each other, she was having a Halloween party, and I had like texted her and was like, "Hey, could I come?" And this is when I was like male feminist, you know what I mean? And I was like, "Oh, hey, could I come as a feminazi?" Because that's what they call them. And I was gonna dress like in like a German outfit with like feminist logos on it, thinking that's funny because I'm feminist and then I can be a feminist. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was a big fucing no. I didn't need to bring that up. Anyways, that was funny. So, and who? Yeah, okay. I was gonna get ahead of myself on our story here, but
were you?
That was a nightcap. I left there for the last time after going there for the first time.
Yeah.
Not as downtown feeling, and that's how you described Norman's, the restaurant and bar at Skyview.
Yeah. And don't get us wrong, it's really nice. Norman's is great, and it's pretty, and it's nice. I like the view better.
View's great.
I like the windows. It's very open.
Yeah. It's the antithesis to a speakeasy.
But also,
it's a hilltop bar.
Yeah, but also the people are just more people.
More down to earth.
And they don't.
They're not like, I'm 23 and a mixologist.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to mixologists.
And then I found out, the reason that guy was being so snooty is when I came back from the bathroom, I found out I was 1.5 feet taller than him. And I was like, that's why he's like, he sees people in short seats. So there's hell hath no fury like a short man. I tell you what, dude. I'll tell you what, dude. So, carry on.
Oh.
We left Nightcap.
Yep, we left Nightcap. We went to the theater. And
usually we're pretty urgent about getting to the theater on time, or even like getting in line. But we didn't even know what to do.
Well, we still kind of got there on time, but
yeah.
Anyways, went up to Will Call, gave him our names, and then they didn't even make us get in line. They just opened the
ropes.
Opened the ropes for
ropes.
us.
We
yeah.
cut like 30 people in line.
Yeah.
VIP treatment.
I felt so powerful.
Felt so good. I felt
like the mixologist.
Well, and it was like, as soon as we told the guy, like, hey, we have some like tickets for Will Call, and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And we like gave him our names, and he was like, looked at him, and he was like, right this way, and like opened the ropes. Some dude in cargo shorts too. It was funny.
Because the ticket said artist comp.
Artist comps. I know.
That's cool.
That was fucking cool.
So we went, we saw our seats, and I was so blown away by our seats because
she got us tickets to.
Yeah. What? Me?
Go ahead. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, because. Sorry, just had a brain fart. Because
I interrupted. I'm sorry.
You know, we got these tickets for free. Whitney gave them to us. Thanks, Whitney. I was expecting any seat, you know. I didn't
Back
have
row for sure.
Yeah, I didn't
like
have my expectations set, especially because of the sold
out.
Oh shit. The show was sold out.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, like I'm going to be happy with anything. And then we're third row in the middle of the aisle, perfect seats, and I was like, this is so nice. Like, I could not ask for anything better right now, aside from my dad to be alive still. But, you know, you can only ask for so much. So
don't get greedy.
Yeah, don't get greedy, exactly. So it was just such like a cherry on top.
I know. I was so excited. We just got up there, found out our seat. There wasn't like 3 other people in the whole theater that had even found their seats yet, so we were even earlier than I thought. And I'm like a very punctual person.
Well, it's because we got to go ahead of everyone in line.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's because we got to fucking cut everyone. Idiots. Fucking
losers.
Yeah. Have your dad die once in a while. Get some free tickets.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah, Jesus. Live a little. Or not.
Oh.
Okay. So, anyways, it was perfect too, because if you're any closer, like, you have to crane your neck a little, you have to cant it and like look up and you're like, aha. I think that's another thing is why I didn't have a headache throughout the whole show and after.
Oh yeah, because I always try to make us sit front row.
Yeah, which I get.
Especially at a comedy show.
Yeah, especially at a comedy show. I want to know. Heckle me. Fucking. Oh, remember she used me as her like punching prop in
so
Oxnard.
Sexy.
God, she can punch me anytime. Okay. So we fucking. I was so excited. I was like, let me go get drinks. Let's go buy drinks. Loved it. There was so much good energy. You went to the bathroom. I went in line to get drinks, and I saw my old teacher from Lopez.
Let me
High School.
interrupt you.
Please.
I saw your teacher first. While I was in the bathroom, we were washing our hands at the same time. Yeah, I had no idea who she was. I was wearing an AC/DC shirt because I stan my boyfriend. So now I like AC/DC. Not really. Cool shirt though.
One of the better albums on your shirt too. Let There Be
Cool.
Rock.
So was wearing an AC/DC shirt. She said, "Cool shirt," and I said, "Thank you." And she said, "Have you checked out the tribute band?" I said, "No." She said, "Oh, they're here on the Central Coast. Actually, the lead singer is my brother." And I said, "Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to check them out." And then I left the bathroom. Then we both got in line separately because you wanted beer, I wanted wine. So we got our own drinks. And then when I got out of line, I saw you talking to someone. Now you can take over.
Yeah, so naturally, I recognized her, and I went, holy shit. Like, you know when you recognize someone, you're like, I think I kind of know them. Like, where do I know that person from? I knew exactly where I knew her from. I remembered her name, everything. She was my math and PE teacher in my sophomore year of high school.
Wow.
And she was great. Her is fucking Miss Rupert. And
Miss Rupert.
Mrs. Ender to some people.
That is such a teacher name.
It is a very teacher name, but she was formerly Mrs. Ender, who was another teacher there.
All right, don't dox her.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay. True. Anyways, so I walk up to her. I knew immediately who she was, and I said, she was like ignoring me, like she was grabbing her beers, and I'm standing pretty close, right? Like close enough, like if I didn't know you, I'm getting ready to defend myself for some reason. So I think she's just kind of nervous, and obviously she has this like hot older dude with her, like behind and everything. Hey, I like that guy's Tacoma. It's a nice truck. He's like, what the hell are these fucking hipsters doing? There's an American flag on my hat, sir. Please leave us. Please leave us be.
Please give us space.
So, yeah, I was like, "Are you Miss Rupert?" And she like sprung up and like turned around. She's like, oh, "I've been found." Like, the mask didn't work, you know. And she said, "Yes," and I said, "My name's Dallas Gardner." I had to use my slave name and everything, like Dallas Gardner, and I went to school with you, and I know she knows it was recent because I said Miss Rupert, and it was so recent. So when I went to school with her, people were still calling her Mrs. Ender.
Yeah.
Endered their marriage.
Oh shit.
Woo, sorry. Anyways, and I knew you would be right. Oh, this guy.
Drink.
Take a drink. Take a drink. Fucking hear that pussy slaying machine out there. How can I get like the dorkiness of a scooter with like the corniness of a chopper?
He's upsetting the sheep.
He's upsetting the sheep?
Or the goats, whatever they are.
Bad boy.
Here he comes. Oh my god.
Here he comes.
We've crowd.
We're attracting a crowd now. I wish this guy would... Oh, I think that constitutes another drink. That thing is about to blow up between his balls. So yeah, I'm talking to an older woman, so I know Kylie's like, she's like, who the fuck is this? Like
Okay,
mentally right
buddy.
behind her. Well, you know, I'm sure there's like a little bit of your, you know,
No, I couldn't see her. So when
So
I
you're
like
like, this
went
could be
around you, I was like, oh, it's someone we know. I was
Yeah.
expecting to see someone we knew.
And then you were like, who the fuck is that?
And then I was like, oh, that's really weird because I was just talking to her in the bathroom.
Super weird. And then she asked for a picture with me, which
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, what the fuck? And I think she had to, she's like, oh, we all play this game. Like, who's this? You know, obviously didn't remember me.
I think they just have a group chat where they roast
And they're
all
like,
their students.
look, it's like, they probably have like, hey, we found one not on meth. We're doing great.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, you know, someone's doing great. I mean, how can she prove I'm not on meth though? Other than my
just
love
by
handles.
your,
You know?
I think just by your demeanor, your face, your.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. Seeing like, and she was one of my favorite teachers from one of my favorite high schools. I went to 6, so there's some to choose from. There's a ranking, and it was just like, damn, this night is going great. This is like,
Yeah.
I got a bathroom story at the fucking dumb speakeasy nightcap. Kyleigh got us free tickets, fucking cut the front of the line. I saw a teacher from 10 years later. Wow, I'm getting
And
there.
one that you liked.
And one that I liked. I know, if it was someone I didn't like, I would have been like, good luck recognizing me with this mustache. And she had already spoken to you, and you were like, oh my God, how funny. We were fingering each other in the bathroom. Or whatever you said.
Okay.
Washing each other's hands. That's right. And it's just already off to a great start.
Yeah.
It's going pretty good.
Pretty.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, my turn. And then
Yeah, come on in. You were there too. Fill us in
we
on the
were
story.
sitting down, waiting. Great pre-show hip hop music. I don't think it's really hip hop, whatever it was. I enjoyed it. It was fun. The music that they played before the show. No, I'm not getting any conversation.
You're telling me things. I was just trying to get you to
God,
fill
but
in
it's
the
a conversation.
story.
Anyways, we're sitting there. All of a sudden, someone says, "Kyleigh?" And I look over.
Oh.
And it was my fucking dad's nurse from when he was in the hospital a few weeks ago.
Probably almost like a month ago now. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And this nurse was not just any nurse. This nurse was fantastic. She was the nurse the first day that we were in there. And she was so sweet and so kind. My dad loved her. She fit right into the family, if you will. She had the same personality, sense of humor. She made us laugh. It was just she was so nice, and she made us feel really comfortable. She took great care of my dad.
And I heard nothing but great things about her too. So
Yeah.
it was really cool to meet her, and
Yeah.
the fact that she was 3 seats away from us.
Just
Two
that's
empty seats
too
away from
fucking
us.
crazy. That's so weird. I just felt like it was my dad being like, "Okay, be friends."
I know well, first of all, we were sitting there and I was drinking my beer, just kind of casually and then she kind of looked over and I was like, is she getting upset at me because my mask is off and I'm drinking a beer or something?
I mean, she's a nurse.
Right. And so I was like, who the fuck? I'm like, what is going on? And then she looked, and then she was like this look of recognition, and I was like, oh no, dude, I don't know her, do I? I was like, oh shit. So I just sat there, and then I could tell she was gonna get up. She set her stuff down, and I just sat up real firm in my chair, and just got my drink, and was just
Bracing.
it's always this fucking theater, isn't it? Here we go.
Oh shit, it is.
So I just sat there and I went,
Helmet on.
just securing my hat.
Yeah. So anyways, oh sorry, go ahead.
And then she walked over and she was like, Kyleigh, and I was like, oh thank fucking God. I don't know her. And she was like, what'd you say? You were like, no fucking way.
I
I know.
think I did because I couldn't believe it.
She's like, are you I think you were like, are you fucking my ass right now?
Did I really say that?
In my head you did.
Oh my God. Well, I do
I think
say
you
that.
said it to me. Yeah. You were like, are you fucking
Oh, I think I did. When I put my stuff down, I think I said, "Are you fucking my ass right now?" I got that lovely saying from my dad, actually. So I'll carry that on.
Awesome.
One of those things Whitney was talking about. Anyways, yeah. So that was just too bizarre. too bizarre, too weird, but really cool. Like, really cool. Yeah, and then the show was amazing.
Unbelievable. Her producer,
all of them were funny.
did like 3 minutes, and crowd
she was
work.
Cute and funny.
Super cute, adorable, like endearing. Brings out Benton Ray, the co-host of the Good For You podcast. I don't know if that's his title, but I didn't know he was so funny. He crushed it. He killed. He was so confident. Had a bunch of swagger out there.
Ray.
I must not know Benton Ray, and so I was really impressed because I really love to see who comics bring on the road with them to open, because some of them will bring, and I heard this from Rogan, so I'm kind of like parroting it, but some guys and girls will bring people who aren't funny and just keep them there as their opener, so they come out and they look like the hero of the show, and then they
that
crush.
makes sense. That sucks.
so like, and then and I know that certain people do that because we've been to shows, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, who the fuck are you fucking with me? That shit
Are
sucked.
you fucking my ass?
Yeah, and then the first time we saw Rogan, fucking Hinchcliffe open, and then Joey Diaz.
Was way funnier. They were way funnier than Rogan.
Way funnier than Rogan was that night, and I was like, fuck,
He fucked up.
No, he didn't fuck up. That's exactly, he's like, it makes him better, and then
Okay.
Solid.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
But no, Benton is hilarious. I've never seen Benton stand up, but I've heard him on the podcast, and I think he's so funny.
Yeah, great stuff. It was really,
and he's from Tennessee.
Really impressed to see that.
Yeah, he really was like solid. Like, he was super funny.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, him and Whitney's energy together is, and their relationship is so hilarious too. Like, it's a comedy act on its own.
It is. You're right.
Yeah, and then Whitney killed it, but she always does. She's fucking genius.
Yeah, and then he brought Whitney on, and I couldn't tell you what the first 10 minutes of opening jokes were. There's no fucking way. If you put a gun to my head and you said, name one thing she said, I'd say, nice ass. Oh, fuck.
God damn, what was that? She had a dump, or where did that come from?
I think it's funny. She has fake tits. I think she must have a fake ass now. Not
you
literally.
Think?
No. I'm just teasing. But dude, the fucking butt matches the boobs. I can't even.
That
talk
was
over here.
unreal.
I'm getting fucking.
It was unreal. But regardless of her butt, what?
I'm listening. I'm sorry. I was thinking about her butt. Sorry. I was like literally mouth agape, like staring into space, thinking about her ass. Kyleigh got worried. So anytime it looks like there's danger around, just thinking about ass.
Okay. Well, regardless of her butt, let's not take away from how hilarious she was, because she was genius, hilarious.
She's so good.
Smart.
I like her
pretty,
material right
funny, gorgeous, perfect.
Really.
What can I say?
Seriously. And then she did the R. Kelly ignition joke.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Don't give away her material.
I'm not.
No,
I'm not going to give away the
I'm just kidding. Yeah. But yeah, no, she's I don't feel that I've ever really had like a female that like I look up to. She is my Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I really admire her. I mean, she's so intelligent, and she's always learning, and she's very smart. She's very practical. And funny.
I'm so glad she finally got a podcast, because
me too.
I've known about Whitney Cummings since I was in Miss Rupert's class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, this broad, no one likes her. What's the problem? And I used to think that because I found her on the Comedy Central roasts, and everyone was like shitting on her, and I was like, wow, everyone's really mean to her. Like, it seemed like almost too much, to where I was like, why don't people like her? I love her. She's hot, and her name's Cummings. Like, how does no one like this? How could you not like her? Yeah, exactly. And fucking years later, here we are.
Have we really only seen her twice? I swear we saw her one time at the Comedy Store. Am I wrong? Maybe I am.
I think we thought we were going to, because there the marquee. Yeah. There was the main room and original room. We did. Yeah. Do you need a piss? Yeah. I got a piss.
Yeah.
There's some bushes over there.
Okay.
Go.
Oh,
we'll take teams. Yeah, I'll hold that. Did I say we'll take teams? You fucking idiot. What is in this Bang energy drink? Crack? driver door is open. Oh, okay. She's gonna piss in my car. You fucking kidding me? Well, I have WeatherTech mats, so it works perfect. Not to brag, not to be bougie. I didn't pay for them. Came with the truck. Oh my god, dude. Seriously, Whitney's ass was fucking. Oh yeah. Go in the bushes. She's hilarious. Kylie's trying to do the double door trick, pissing between the doors, but she's only 5 feet tall, and my truck has like a spacer lift on the front, so her whole ass is out right now. I can just see her whole butthole facing me. I hope no one drives by. They're gonna get one hell of a free show. Damn. Anyways, this is hard. It's hard to focus here. I have toilet paper in the back. I literally do. She's air drying. Hilarious. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't have to put up with it. I saw your whole ass. Absolutely. The doors provided no coverage. Anyways, that's my girlfriend. That's my baby. We are in love. Things are going great. Sans her losing her dad. What? I don't have nicotine gum. If you find nicotine gum, bring me some stat. But I think that's... I think she found my nicotine gum. God damn it. I think those are probiotic. Is it nicotine gum? Bring it. I would love some. You're lying. Let me see. Oh, that's fucking years old. God damn it. Look, it even says expires 20.
Yours?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
How are you trying nicotine gum?
Because writers and comedians were talking about how nicotine's good for writing years ago. And this was years ago now. This is 2018, 2019.
Stand you.
Damn, how bad do I need to clean my truck?
I'll always find out.
I'm not worried about you finding out about me chewing nicotine gum 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Because I have smoked cigarettes and cigars and crack in front of you, so. Did you lock my truck?
Yeah.
All right. Well, your turn to talk, because I got to take a piss now, too.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot? Yeah, don't fuck up. Ugh.
Do I really talk, or?
Yeah, really talk.
Okay. Oh, gotta take a drink. Motorcycle passed. What are they called? A pussy? No, what are they called? Crotch rocket. That's it. Crotch rocket. I hope you can hear those goats or sheep or whatever they are. All right, he's walking into the forest to pee. I don't really have enough confidence to be sitting here with a microphone in my hand all by myself while people pass by. It's kind of embarrassing. Everyone excited for fall? What are we dressing up as for Halloween? I have zero idea. TikTok, I watch a lot of the TikTok. I'm not proud of it, but I do. And I've been seeing a lot of videos people are making regarding like cool Halloween costumes. It's actually pretty nice because it's like, I've done the whole like trying to Pinterest Halloween costumes, but they're very stale on there. I mean, as is kind of everything with Pinterest these days. It's just not what it used to be in high school, middle school. But people are very creative on TikTok, I'll tell you what. It's not all bad. You get some good ideas. Good recipes, too. Here he is. I really did talk the whole time.
Yeah, fucking right.
No, I swear.
I believe you.
Tell him, guys.
I'm not gonna...
Tell him. I really did talk
I
the whole time.
believe you. If you were a dude, I would have not believed you.
I'm going to make you
like,
listen to this part just so you can hear what I said.
All right.
Okay.
That was quite a trek.
I know.
I had to
You
walk
went
a lot
into the
farther.
fucking forest.
Well, there's people driving around, and I know. I was gonna say. I was telling the folks at home here. Anyone who drove by was gonna see your asshole.
Did anyone drive by?
Oh, I don't know. I was looking at your asshole.
Oh. How'd it look?
Pretty good.
Thanks.
We've been watching a lot of Curb.
A
lot of
lot.
Larry David.
It's kind of all we've
We're
been
like on
watching.
season 9, season 10 or something. I never thought I would live to see the day where I watched that much Curb Your Enthusiasm. 12-year-old me is so happy right now.
Aw.
When I was 12, it was probably only like three seasons in, maybe.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Whew. I'm recovering from that walk, man. I'm fucking out of breath here.
Well, should we get back to the Whitney story?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Whitney crushed it. That was great.
As always.
As always.
And something very special about Whitney that is really cool is she always stays after her shows and signs and takes pictures with literally everyone. There is no cutoff. She does not stop until everyone is gone.
And she's, very adamant and thanks everyone for their patience.
Because
she spends like quality interactions with everyone she
really
can.
Does, and she's so kind.
As much as you can when you're like a couple drinks in, just did a cool show. And
sure.
She said she always wanted to do that theater.
Do we believe her though? Sometimes people just say things, don't they?
Sometimes, definitely. Like performers are like, oh, I always want to do that.
I mean, it seemed like she really loved it. She took like pictures of it and stuff. I don't know, like I watched all of their Instagram stories when I woke up this morning. Emily was so drunk.
That was
crazy.
So funny.
Did you watch any of the Instagram story?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's funny.
That feels like something that I would do, and then I would be so mortified. I'd have to kill myself the next day. I mean, she pulled it off because she's cute and funny.
Yeah.
But like
she was classic drunk white girl. It was hilarious. Yeah. It was very endearing.
Yeah.
She's a cutie pie.
She is. But yeah, so Whitney stays after. Obviously, I think nearly everyone went up to the front to get something signed or to talk to her or take a picture. And obviously I wanted to do the same. More so just because I really wanted to thank her. Yeah.
And I was there I would have loved to get, a picture with everyone and...
Yeah.
And maybe let Benton sign my chest.
Oh, hell yeah. But, yeah, I really wanted to thank her because, I mean, we were fortunate enough that when we saw her at Levity Live, which...
is a comedy club, smaller club, probably a 300-seater.
Yeah. When we were there, we got to talk to her. We sat in the front row then.
Yeah.
She told Dallas and I that we had great energy. Yeah. And she signed... Didn't we both buy books?
We both bought a book, and she signed our copies.
Yeah, she signed our copies, and we got pictures, so that was really cool. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, so we had already met her, and, like, very nice. Already had an autograph before.
Cool picture with her and everything.
Yeah.
It was nice.
But I really wanted to stay so I could thank her. Dallas.
This is my show.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a nice story.
Farts are part of life.
I don't think that needed to be a part of this podcast.
This isn't called the Good Etiquette Podcast. Come on.
Are you sniffing the mic now?
No, I'm letting it breathe over here. That's why it's away from my fucking face.
Your face was pretty close to it.
I don't smell anything. I don't think it got through these jeans. These things.
Okay. Whatever. Anyways, we stayed for a really long time because we kind of waited until everyone was gone and talked to Emily and talked to Benton, and they were both very sweet. Benton and I talked about being from Tennessee, and we got both of their autographs, which was really cool. And then
he said he was like, "Are you with her? Do you know her?" And I was like, "No, never met her in my life." So, speaking about Kyleigh, and he was like, "You want me to sign your chest?" And I was like, and I just laughed, not saying yes, but not saying no, you know. So I was teasing him a little bit about it. Not really. And he says, "You're homophobic, aren't you? You're a homophobe."
That was funny.
And I was like, "No." And
I felt so validated.
Fuck off. and then Emily, who is on her knees on the stage, like talking to fans, just engaged in heavy eye contact, just hears, "Emily, he's a homophobic. He's homophobic." And she just turns around. She says, "You're homophobic." And I was like, "No, what is this?" I felt personally attacked because the only people around are other white chicks. So if this were medieval times, I would have already been like burned at the stake, like stabbed, like, meaning, you know, if they thought I was actually a homophobe, they're fucking on it. So I was like, oh shit, the animals were turning, you know, fucking, because people are like, that mob mentality gets there.
Sure.
And I was like, uh-oh. She said, what's on your hat? Turn around. And of fucking course, I'm wearing a fucking Black Rifle flat fucking hat. Has a big American flag.
Embarrassing.
And a short-barreled rifle on it. She says, "What is that?
Extra.
A gun and an American flag? You're homophobic."
Yeah. He did also look at me and say, "Is that your boyfriend?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Not anymore."
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Go Benton. So
he's the best.
yeah. I remiss not letting him just sign my chest because I could have gone without the
Next time.
Also, only person who made me feel attractive that night was Benton. Not that you didn't. You were, you know, looking at Whitney. I don't blame you. But
Who wasn't?
that's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, finally got to talk to Whitney. She came down to sign my ticket, and I said, "Hey, I just wanted to thank you. You gave me tickets because my dad died." And she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I said, "Thank you." And she said, "No, I mean for the tickets." This must have been traumatizing. And she asked when he passed, and that's when I told her September 4th. And then she was like, "That's my birthday." And it just got really weird.
And then she was like, "It's my birthday wish."
Yeah.
It's like, you had one wish.
Yeah.
How dare you?
And yeah, so she talked to me for I don't even know how long, because it was
felt
so
like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was so one-on-one, and it was so like
direct.
I've never been
we had a
so
conversation with celebrity comic, like one of your heroes.
Truly, like I couldn't have asked for anything more. Like I was in flow state with my hero.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like. And it was such a rich conversation of exactly what I needed, because she talked to me so much. She's lost her dad, and the reason that I think I had already brought this up, like I think to you and maybe to my mom, that like I remember listening to a podcast she did with Nicole Byer.
Yeah.
And
she even brought that
one
up.
Yeah. Well, that's because I said it to her, and I couldn't remember who the guest was, and then she was like, "Oh, Nicole Byer."
Because Nicole lost both her parents.
Yeah. And they talked about, obviously my dad has been sick for a long time, so it's always been in the back of my head losing him and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I was very in denial about it for a long time. So hearing stuff like what they talked about, how like you're never prepared for losing a parent, and like just how devastating it is and how life-changing it is, like it really hurt to hear that, and I almost wanted to turn the podcast off, but I didn't. I listened to the thing, and
good for you.
It really literally good for you podcast. Yeah. And it really stuck with me. And so I told her about that. She just talked to me about a lot of things regarding grief that like I needed to hear, because it's a super lonely experience, and I have one friend that's been through something very similar to what I've been through, but other than that, I feel like I haven't, I know they're around, but I haven't talked to anyone really that has
understood, given you any, you know.
Also, I think like it's one of those personal experiences for everyone. Like, you're always going to feel like no one understands how you feel or what you're going through.
Yeah,
even though
you can't replicate your relationship with the person you lost with another person.
But the things that she said really helped. They really resonated with me, and she
really had a lot of like powerful statements about the situation.
And I knew that she would, because she is intelligent.
That's how she rolls.
Yeah. But it was exactly what I needed. Like, it just felt like my dad set it up perfectly.
It really fucking did. Like, it was pretty bananas how crazy, like, just a short turn of events of losing him on her birthday.
That's so
messaging
weird.
her, having her give us the tickets, give Kyleigh the tickets. Really, was a beneficiary of it, and being, you know, in the same row that your dad's nurse was in, and then
so
talking
weird.
to her. It was really just.
It was so serendipitous.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. You know.
Yeah, but I'm forever grateful for everything that Whitney told me. It really helped me. I told my mom about it this morning. Made my mom cry. And
Whitney was almost like tearing.
Whitney was crying.
Yeah, and
she was crying because she's been through the same thing.
I could tell Kylie's tearing up. Whitney's tearing up. I'm about to fucking cry over here.
It was really nice, and it was really powerful, and it's just like what I needed, especially from someone that means so much to me. So it was so fucking cool, and I'm really thankful. And she signed my t-shirt, because I bought a t-shirt because I thought the least I could do, since I didn't pay for your fucking tickets, is buy a t-shirt. So you get some money from me.
Sure, yeah.
So bought a t-shirt, she signed that, so did Benton, and they all signed my ticket. It was really sweet, and I'm very grateful. And that is an experience I will never forget, and I'm super happy that I got to experience it with you.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have been that ambassador with you, emotional ambassador.
Thank you. And then we had a really yummy dinner, and then we did. Never mind. Yeah, we had a really yummy dinner, and then the night was perfect.
It was perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a pretty fucking perfect night.
Yep, truly.
I think that was the only time I've been to a show at the Fremont and didn't take a photo of the marquee.
I know. I was so bummed. I was
posting that picture of you, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, I was bummed when I
took some good I think I took some good pictures of Whitney and Benton and everyone else, and Emily.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at them yet.
Oh, you got to check them out. I'm sure
we didn't get a picture together this time, but the conversation that we had exceeds any picture I possibly could have gotten. So
yeah, and it honestly just felt kind of like shallow to be like,
it would have cheapened the experience.
Exactly, to be like, hey, can we get a photo with you?
Yeah. Oh, and she suggested a couple other podcasts that she's had guests on where they discussed grief that she wanted me to listen to, and she literally wrote down the names on the paper. I know, she literally
wrote the names down.
Like, I felt like I was talking to an aunt or something that I really look up to.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be her friend, so I don't even want to say aunt, but like, even though she's not, it's not motherly, but there's just something so powerful about her where you're just like, oh, I need your advice, and I'm seeking your advice. Yeah. And like, I'm just so thankful that I actually got it like one-on-one. Like, that's so cool. I've never had a more surreal night in my whole life. Like, I feel like it even sounds unreal.
It does. It feels like you could have just had a dream that this happened.
I do feel like I
and
did.
You had
like,
a dream
I don't even
part of it happened
I
too,
know,
which is even
I don't
funnier.
even feel like it's like settled in totally. It's so bizarre.
It is bizarre. But like I said last night, you deserve everything that's happening right now.
Thank you.
For everything you've been through.
Thanks.
I mean, why wouldn't you? You know, life's a cruel bitch, but There can be like some really forgiving and really fun, wonderful times that balance all of the cruelty out.
Yeah. That's true. Because I think that I really needed that, because after losing someone, you really just feel like nothing fucking matters.
And it's like, what good or fun will ever be or happen again, kind of.
Well, it's not only that, because I feel like within these past couple weeks of my dad passing away, you know, a lot changes really fast, and something like to take into consideration is, I mean, almost for the past 4 years, but especially like for this past year and since we've moved back here.
Yeah.
I and like my mom and brother and stuff haven't been able to do anything because my dad was so sick.
You got to put your life on hold and put a lot of things off for longer than anyone would like to. In these past 2 weeks, we've already done like a lot of fun things that we haven't done in a couple years, I'd say. Well, yeah, definitely a couple years because of the pandemic too. Yeah, that put a whole nother fucking monkey wrench in the... And I always get this feeling, I get it all the time now. Last night was one of the first times that I haven't had it, where it's like, yeah, this is fun, but it doesn't really matter because my dad's not here and I can't tell him. She said that my dad's in me now, which sounds hilarious coming from a comedian, but I'll take it. As I know that it was nice. It was very nice. Well, and I think everything that kind of embodies him and all the memories you have of him, you now get to express from within, from your memory, from your creativity. That autonomy you have is something we can access him through. Yeah, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't feel like it yet. It probably I'm not there doesn't. Yet. I know it probably doesn't, but last night it did. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but last night it felt like he set up the whole thing. Yeah. Because it was just too weird. It was very, very weird. Huh? Very weird. Oh, I thought you said rude. I was like, no, not rude. It was just so weird that it felt like he knew exactly what was going on. But other than that, maybe you should talk because I'm going to cry. That's okay. You can cry. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Very... things like that, moments like that happening in life just constantly disrupt any sort of cynicism and negativity I kind of have. So yeah, just speaking for myself, it just further kind of proves how much of a mystery life and existence is. Really. I was thinking the other day, I feel like what a peaceful, and totally correct me if I'm wrong, not that I feel like talk to me. People comment back and forth. Well, I'm not even speaking of you because I think that you might understand where I'm coming from. But I feel like it must be such a peaceful existence to believe in just a plain old heaven and hell and God, because in your mind, if you so firmly believe that, there's no question to where your loved one is, and you're just like, oh yeah, they're up there looking down and they're waiting for me up in heaven and soon we'll be together forever. Yeah. But I don't have that because I don't believe that, and I can't trick my mind into thinking that at this point. So I'm just
I think that's one of the hardest parts, is just like, well, but what happened? And will I see him again? And where is he? And what is he doing? Because I don't have any firm belief on anything. I know what he believed, but not to an extent to where it's giving me any type of like peace.
I understand.
And I don't do well with the unknown, so I think that's part of what's really tripping me up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think what you had told me a while ago about everyone's afterlife is that it just becomes an embodiment of their own interpretation. Like, you believe this happens, so that happens to you, and you leave the simulation of life, whatever it may be.
Yeah, whatever you believed happens for you.
Yeah.
And I'm not unsure that, I mean, I think that I still kind of think that way because I just am so unsure of what happens, but that doesn't make me feel better because I don't have.
You don't have to yet. I understand that.
No, I know I don't, but it's hard when you lose someone so close to you because then you're just in constant, like, you know what I mean? Which
I do.
Is actually something that my therapist tried to talk to me about before my dad passed. We tried to talk about that, and that's when I came to that conclusion that he was like, well, what do you think the afterlife is? And I said, I think it's whatever that individual person believes. But, and then he was like, well, maybe you need to find, like, that's just a concept. That's not a belief of what I think happened. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's not your belief, but it's a belief.
And he said, I think it would make you feel better if you really sat down with yourself and thought about what you think happens after someone passes. So that way, when your dad passes, you have something to look to, I guess, as an answer or whatever. I don't know. But I never came up with that, and I still haven't.
It's okay. It's still fresh. I understand that it might be kind of daunting to not have that figured out, or at least think you have it figured out. Mm-hmm. But it's also kind of arrogant for the people who do think they have it figured out. And you gotta just let it happen organically. And I don't have a set belief on what happens in the afterlife. I also don't have a firm understanding of what life or reality even is. Sometimes it, I go, wow, what is this all happening? But it's the only experience I have. Yeah. So I roll with it. And I understand.
Well, that you know of.
Of that I know of. It's the only experience that I know of that I have. But sometimes I think of it as a Monopoly board. Some people are the little iron, some people are the little shoes, and we're all just on a big game board. And when someone dies, take the piece off, put it with the rest of the ones that match. Maybe these people are shoes, maybe these people are irons. Me and my family are probably all the same kind of piece, and all my friends in my experience are probably from the same variety, and that's probably who we see when everything's gone, done and over with. I don't know who made the Monopoly board. I don't know what it means to go circle around it, but I know that it's the only one I got. It's the only one I have. It's the only one I've experienced, so I try to, not go to jail and try to make as much money as I can to have a fun game, live a comfortable game, and try not to be too ruthless to people, because nothing divides a family quicker than a game of Monopoly. So
yeah.
Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.